Welcome back to Living Local DMV, everyone. For any caregiver out there, discovering that your child has an eating disorder can be one of the most frightening and overwhelming experiences. That's why Alli Spotts-De Lazzer, a certified eating disorder specialist, has written the book, My Child Has an Eating Disorder. She joins us from Tennessee to break down how caregivers can confidently support their loved ones' paths to recovery. Alli, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me today.
Absolutely. This is such an important topic, and I'm so glad you took the time to write about it. So I'll just, kick it off with, what do you think every parent should know about eating disorders when they apply to their child?
So hard to narrow it down to one.
Yeah.
So here are my tops. First, eating disorders. A person with an eating disorder may not recognize that they actually have an eating disorder. So parents, when you ask your child, hey, do you think you might have developed an eating disorder? There's a great chance that they're going to be like, no, that's ridiculous. Also, eating disorders are treatable illnesses. There are many people who recover fully. There's always hope. There's always help. Those are my tops.
That's such an important thing to remember, that the hope is out there and healing is absolutely possible. So you mentioned that a child, when a parent approaches their child, they might not want to say, do you think you have an eating disorder? So what are some ways that a parent might be able to tell if their child may be struggling with this, any kind of hidden signs?
It's really difficult, and a lot of the parents will look back and say, gosh, now I see the subtle clues. So I would say don't gauge it by appearance, first of all, because someone can be very, very ill while looking very, very well. Also, a lot of the stereotypes of eating disorders don't fit people with eating disorders. So what you can do, especially early on, is notice changes in eating patterns and attitudes about food and body. Notice if there's hiding of food. Notice if there's a rigidity that's growing. For example, a child may shift from choosing exercise or choosing to want to try to look put together to I have to, or I have to miss this party because there's going to be food there, or I already ate, and the pattern of now no longer eating with people. There are lots of subtle cues. Notice them and maybe get curious about them. It may not mean they have an eating disorder, but those are definitely some pink flags to warrant your attention.
And I'm so glad you brought up the exercise element, because I think a lot of people have this vision of eating disorders just strictly being about eating less, but exercise, I think can also play as you said, it's a pink flag that maybe that can factor in as well. I wanted to ask, so say a parent, is suspecting their child has an eating disorder. What is the first thing they should do?
In my experience, and I've been doing this about 19 years, there's actually two first things. Learn about eating disorders, because there are so many myths and misconceptions out there that can hinder and get in the way of improvement and healing. So that's number one. Also, seek an evaluation, if you can, from someone who is trained in eating disorders. The analogy I use is, if you have heart problems, you want to go to a cardiologist, maybe instead of a generalist. And that's because eating disorders are really complex. They're psychological illnesses that interweave with, almost like a braid, with medical and nutritional aspects, and they can be life-threatening. So the more that a parent knows, the more that they can recognize competent quality treatment, the more that they can advocate for their child, and the more that they can ask very thoughtful, helpful questions.
I wanted to ask about the advent of social media, especially platforms like TikTok and Instagram. I feel like, especially for young women, they're being served a lot of images of promoting unhealthy eating, promoting unhealthy body standards or body image. How do you recommend parents approach social media's kind of part of this?
What I recommend for parents regarding this is to get curious. Talk to your kids about, what are you looking at on your feed? Maybe have them walk you through it and be really curious about, how does it feel? What thoughts come up? Some of those will help you to understand what's really impacting your child, because the algorithms are just going to keep shoving it at them.
Absolutely, absolutely. Very, very great advice. My last question is, what inspired you to write this book, and what do you hope people gain from it?
This book grew out of a parent and caregiver support group that I've been running since 2011. I noticed that often frightened, as you mentioned at the top, frightened caregivers and parents were asking the same questions over and over. During times of crisis, they were actually seeking answers on websites and books, from blogs. So I wanted to bring together the information into one space and hopefully save them some critical time. The book actually answers around 80 questions that parents have asked. And the hope is that by reading this, the parents can feel more informed, less alone, which is really important, and more confident while supporting your child of any age, 8, 48, they're still your child, with an eating disorder. And my co-author and I made sure to add in heart, humor, and a lot of honesty.
I love that. Alli, thank you so much for joining me. As we mentioned before, your book, My Child Has an Eating Disorder, is available August 6th. We have the website on the screen right now. Thank you again for joining me.
Thank you for asking great questions.
Absolutely. Have a good one.